Deputy Veterinarian Sandi Sawchuck is here, taking your calls at 270-9933. Good to see you.
Nice to be here.
Before we get to the calls, we got to talk about this extreme cold weather in our pets.
Oh my goodness, yeah. You know, there's a few tips that I want to give people, and I think the number one is you got to know your own pet. Even long-haired dogs that are older or puppies have to be inside. You know, all dogs need shelter, and if you can, keep them inside. Even an outside dog needs to be in a well-insulated doghouse and shelter, and probably should be brought in anyways.
Stay inside if you can.
Yeah, you want to stay inside. So know your pet's limits, stay inside. Make some noise. What do I mean by that? Pound on the car engine, because if you've got stray cats and things in your neighborhood, they like to climb in where it's warm, and we want to save them.
That's a good idea.
Check those feet. We get ice balls. You know, the salt can be really irritating, and pads can get cracked, and one of your dogs has a little foot problem going on right now, and that could be really irritating when they're going outside.
Especially the salt.
Yeah. What about playing dress up, okay? That sounds weird, but hey, if your pet really doesn't mind wearing clothes, put them on it. And my favorite little booties are these things called Pawzs, P-A-W-Z, and they're little balloon type things that go over to protect their feet. They're waterproof, lightweight, dogs tolerate them. Use those. Wipe them down when they come in. We want to get that salt and anything from the, you know, the ice and snow and things off of them as well. Because pets can't smell their tracks home, especially for cats, if they're outside in the winter, they need to be collared and microchipped so that they can find you. If they get lost, somebody can find them and bring them home to you. You know, keep your pet home rather than take him in the car. That car turns into a freezer as soon as you leave it in a parking lot. So just like in the summer, you don't want to leave your dog in the car, same for the winter. And, you know, prevent poisoning, clean up antifreeze spills, and lastly, avoid ice. Even though it may look frozen, it may be thin, and we don't want our dogs falling through.
Oh, good suggestions. Very good advice.
And wait for May.
Yeah, wait for May.
All right, let's get to the phones. We'll start with Tina in Oregon. Hi, Tina.
Hi.
What's your question?
Well, I was wondering, should I be concerned about freckles? Like, my dog is blonde. She's a Shepherd Lab mix, and she's got a dark freckle inside her ear, and then I noticed on her tummy when I was rubbing it that she's got freckles, more darker freckles.
Yeah, dogs can have freckles normally. They can have pigment spots everywhere. Where we get concerned are if it's a new spot, especially if it's raised or painful to the touch, because we do see dogs developing skin tumors such as melanomas. The worst spot to get a freckle, though, is in the mouth, because oral melanomas tend to be malignant tumors that are not very nice to deal with. But if they're there, they've been there all the dog's life, don't worry about it.
She's checking things out. That's good.
I know. Yeah, that's one of those things that you have to do is monthly exams on your pet.
All right, we're going to take a quick break and get to more calls, so don't go away.
Thanks for waiting, everybody. We're taking more calls now for UW veterinarian Sandi Sawchuck. Marna is in Madison. Hi, Marna. What's your question?
I'm wondering, how do you get a puppy to stop chewing everything in your house?
Oh my goodness. Well, I tell you, it's pretty easy. 100% of your attention is on the dog. You do not take your eyes off of that puppy. Anytime they go to put their mouth on something, you're there to redirect them to something appropriate. And after 50, 80, 100 times of don't bite the furniture, don't bite the carpets, you know, it'll dawn on them that, oh, I can chew on toys, and I'm told I'm a really good dog. No punishment, but you can make just a sharp noise, like, yeah, you know, and scare them away, and then redirect. Give them something to chew on. Because they're puppies. Everything goes in their mouth.
Get them when they're young, though.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll go to Betty now in Madison. Hi, Betty.
Hi. I was wondering how one could equate a dog's foot to like humans for walking in this cold. You'll see a person dressed to the hilt, you know, and big boots on, and dogs with paws no bigger than my thumb are out there walking in this ice the salty water and
bare feet.
They have no protection. They're holding their feet up. The little ones they can just pick up, and but those big dogs they're holding their paws up, and people are still out there walking with them.
No, they really need to be paying attention. And when your dog starts to get uncomfortable, that's the time to say we better cut this walk short. And you know, try to keep walks close to home so it's easier to get them back. You know, that's where booties come into play, and those little things called Pawzs that you can get at pet stores. Great things to put on to keep the feet dry. They're not that protective for temperature, though. And every dog's an individual. You know, some of them have a lot of hair between their toes and things that may help with insulation, and others like mine are just skin, and they get cold very, very
When
fast.
I get this thing, it's time to go home. All right, Penny in Baraboo. Hi, Penny.
Hi.
What's your question?
Well, I have a 8-year-old Japanese Chib, and he does not like to go to the bathroom in our yard. He wants to go walking and go all over. And now that it's getting cold out, he doesn't want to do that. So he's holding, and he's getting constipation issues.
Oh my goodness. Well, a couple of things that you may want to try. In your backyard, actually make, if he likes to walk to go to the bathroom, take your snowblower and make a little runway for him. That way, instead of going for a long walk in the neighborhood, you're just walking through the backyard, and yet you've got the snow plowed away, so it's a little more comfortable for him.
Put the collar and leash on so he's
Yeah,
easy
he's
going for a
going
walk.
for a walk, but it's out in the backyard, so you can get in really quickly. And then think about using something like the piddle pads and things like that in the house. Give that dog an opportunity. At least it's a small dog, unlike mine, and you could train them to be able to use something like that. But this is something you'd have to be thinking of
Long
before. Yeah.
What are some of your tricks? You deal with this every single
They
day.
would just go in the backyard and they'll do their business, and then we run back
And they
in.
learn to hold it. Yeah.
They're pretty good at holding it.
Good. Yeah.
It's me going in the backyard peeing. That's the problem. Anyway, we're out of time. Sandy, thanks for being with us.
Thanks, Sandy. Good to see you.
Stay warm.
Thanks
You
for your
too.
calls, everybody.
We'll be right back.